Welcome everybody to the new home of Grindavik, the Grindavik Stadium. Now this is a very proud day for the club as we take a big step into the future with this wonderful new facility. Now unfortunately I do have a little bit of bad news. I've sold Sullivati. Okay, gotta run. Hey guys, I'm Aussie and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It's Season 7, Episode 10 today, and there is a lot to catch you up on, including the first game at our new stadium, but we have sold Sullivati. He's gone to Fenerbahce. We've got 14.25 million, which is obviously a record for both us and the league. Ultimately, I didn't want to sell him. His contract was up at the end of this coming season. He wasn't willing to negotiate a new one. I didn't want to lose him for nothing. So, yeah, he's gone off there. Now, we do have a little bit of a sell-on, but certainly nothing to, I think it's 20 or 30% or something. It was a non-negotiable bid that we got. So this was the best one. And, yeah, not bad. Is that we signed him for just, we'll say, 600 grand. And we had him for 2 seasons. And we've made quite the nice little profit on him. So he goes with our best wishes. But needless to say, it is a big shame that we've lost him. And of course, losing him now means that we can't replace him until the Champions League is over, basically. So, yeah, little bit disappointing, that one. But on better news, we've had some facility updates. So we have a look here. We can see the new stadium has been built. We'll go and have a little, well, you can see it all there, basically. 7,703 capacity stadium. And the new training facilities as well are being done. So that was, I think, 4.5 million. And yeah, that's good news. We'll have, I think that will make them state of the art. We've also had an increase in the percentage of transfer revenue. Now, unfortunately, this was after the Sullivati sale. I thought we had already had it accepted. It must have dropped back down again when the season switched over. So, yeah, a little bit disappointing, that one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The club's got the money, even if it's not in the transfer budget. So we'll get access to it further down the line, I would imagine. So there we go. That is what's happened with the board requests and facilities and whatnot. So that's all looking good. And this brings us now to the Arsenal game. We had a game, of course, in the Champions League before today's one against Juventus. Is there going to be anything riding on this game against Juve? Well, let's go find out how the Arsenal one went. We fell behind early. Arsenal got a second midway through the second half before adding a third late on. So, I mean, honestly, it was kind of to be expected. We didn't threaten them at all. I didn't think we played too badly. We were putting a lot of pressure on them, but they were pressing us really high up the pitch, and we just struggled to play any sort of football at all. Now, obviously, with Sullivati leaving, Borges has left the club now as well. It was a bit of a put-together side. Gadini played as a right winger, Haldorson up top. We had Thomason played out on the wide left there. Depe had to play centre-back. He didn't do a great job, to be fair. And Rafferson in goal. Absolute class, as he always seems to be. So, coming into this Juventus game, let's have a look at the standings. And we can see there Juventus all the way up there in 7th, so it's going to be tough. Arsenal are in the top 8 as well. Now, if we go down, we will see us currently there in 26th. Now, if we were to beat Juventus, then which is a big ask, but first game in the new stadium, you never know, we would be into the knockout rounds again. Anything else, and I think we'll struggle because our goal difference is not great after being hammered by Paris and then quite handily beaten by Arsenal. That's -9 goal difference right there. So a draw is not, actually no, a draw's not going to be enough, is it? Because Lyon's in 24th and they have they're 2 points ahead of us. So we need to beat Juventus. If we do it, we'll get through. If we don't, we will miss out. So we know what we need to do, and that is, I guess, a good thing. So these are the final fixtures that we're facing at home to Juventus. First game in the new Grindavik Stadium. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. And let's have a look at the team that we have just about pieced together for this one. It is Rafferson in goal. It is Depe, Hansi Mortensen, Axe in what will almost certainly be his last game for us, and Kidland as the back four. Turpinson as an anchor man, so we're going to put Cappiello as a deep-lying playmaker and Bakali as the advanced playmaker. Now, he is unhappy that he hasn't been allowed to leave. He wanted to join Brentford. He's a sulker, unfortunately. Gadini as an inside forward. Cisse as an inverted winger. Haldorson will go up top. If we have a look at some of the players here that are missing, we have got Antonio suspended again, and Thomason is suspended, but he's also injured, so he wouldn't have played even if he wasn't injured. So, yeah, that is that. Now, in terms of transfers that I can fill you in on, I decided we would get a Stardy. He will become a club-trained player. There is potential there. We signed him for, you can see there, it was actually 775,000. So, yeah, that becomes permanent, and I'm feeling better about it. We just need to get the unambitious personality out of the way, and he'll be much better. And back from his loan is Immonen, so he will be playing for us, well, from next season, basically. He has finished his loan, but of course we can't register him for this game, which is why we have a bit of a put-together defence. But anyway, let's get out there one final time in Europe this season. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. There are some good players in that lineup, aren't they? Albeit 6 seasons in, 7 seasons in, they're going to be aging a little bit, but it does make me a little bit nervous. I think the most important thing here is that we score the first goal, because we don't want an Arsenal situation where the great Olaf Melberg goes and gets the first goal at their new stadium. We want to make sure we at least get the first one. Oh, there we go. Well, look at that. It looks very, very nice and shiny, doesn't it? So, yeah, the Grindavik Stadium era begins, and we do have room to expand it. We'll see what sort of crowd we get here. What I don't want to do is go and waste money expanding the stadium if we don't need to. It looks good to see the great pole of Grindavik is still there. Now, I wonder if we get roof watch at this new stadium. I imagine so much tin is going to be absolutely... It's probably not tin, it's probably aluminium. Oh, we do. It's not as good a roof watch, which is disappointing. But yeah, I imagine that it would be quite cold, wouldn't it? In January, with so much metal around. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. We have, in essence, we've sacrificed this year's Champions League. I know that the team looks weak right now. Don't worry, next episode is going to be a transfer special. I should say, of course, we'll have our end of season awards after this one. Oh, and the Juventus have got the first goal at the new stadium. Well, that is massively, massively disappointing. Bremer is the answer to the trivia question when you get it at the local pub quiz. Rafasen did his best, just couldn't quite get there to keep it out. Yeah, what I've decided we're doing is... Obviously, we've sacrificed the Champions League this year. We may not have got out. Oh, Bakali is just having a stinker. Hopefully, once the January window closes, he will get over his little thing, and we'll go from there. I think, as I told him, he had a release fee, and if a club meets it, then you can go, because I can't stop him at that point, basically. But yeah, I mean, everybody's still annoyed about that, and it's just like, well, mate, you signed... It annoys me, though, when they do that, because they signed the contract. You know what you were getting yourself into. Don't complain when we try and hold you to it. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so we've sacrificed the Champions League this year, which is, obviously, it's a disappointing thing to do, but needs must. Judge me, I will say this, judge me after... Oh, it's another one from a corner. It killed us against Arsenal as well. Yeah, but I hate conceding from set pieces. It's the worst way, isn't it? Because it just feels like something that's so preventable. I would say judge me after the transfer special. Once you see what we're doing, I can. Yeah, well, like I say, there's players that are coming in. We know they're coming in. Deals are done, and it's a little bit of a I think this off season, and this is technically our off season, even though we're still playing in the Champions League. I'm going to say we're terrible. We need to be better than that. It's one of change. So. I think, unfortunately for us, the time of year that we have our off-season, it really hurts us with transfers. I really do wish that we could have the January transfer window like everybody else. But, of course, it wouldn't have helped us. And I do wonder, actually, in real life, what they're going to do with the Champions League, this league phase, if it does still go into January, because they're going to have a situation like us where, say, we have sold Sulik Vadzi, but we're not able to replace him in the squad. So given that where we are now, I wonder if there's going to be a lot of transfers happening after the Champions League phase has come to an end. I mean, we could have tried to do that. Ultimately, I didn't want to risk the 14 million. If we had got out, I'm trying to think, did we get 12 million when we played Dortmund last season in the next round? So if we had won a game and then qualified for the knockout round, in theory, we would have made back that 14 million, but I just didn't want to risk it, if I'm completely honest. So, nothing's happening here for us, is there? Hansi Mortensen's on a booking. Let's try and avoid a sending off. We'll give this Haldartson a game. I'll show you him in a minute. He's quite a potentially good youngster. Hor Dawson is not having a good game up front. Do we have a right-sided winger? You know what we could do? I got an idea. We'll have to wait. Oh, here we go. I can do it from this one. Pause, please. So what we're going to do here, so we can have a look at some players for the future here. Henriksen is developing quite nicely. You can see there's a little bit of potential there for him. He is actually, no. This guy, I like him. He's developing quite well as well. So let's bring him on to play wide right. We'll get Gadini going back up front. And yeah, those can be the two changes. Yeah, it's... I think last year too... Oh, he's gone a long way. Oh, what a goal that is. And he's got a little chip into the top corner. I think maybe some of the problem is last year we did overachieve. We got some really, really good results. Which obviously we are not getting or got this season. I'd say we've kind of won the games that we maybe should have. I mean, even Club Brugge, I know that we should have won that, but we beat Karabag. That was our Champions League final, wasn't it? We did get a very good result against Napoli, but ultimately, let's give him a berating because they're starting to annoy me now. But Carly can come off. If he's gonna sulk, we'll get all Markson on. Yeah, it's just not quite gone to plan this season. We've lost players, and in the end, it's another disappointing result to end the Champions League campaign. But yeah, on to next season now. They did not like that team talk. So in the end, we finished 26th, which is not bad. The negative 13 goal difference, I've got to say, not a fan of that. But we basically got hammered by Juventus, Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain. So there's worse things to happen. So youthful Grindavik come unstuck. We've got a little bit of money there for something. Pity money perhaps. But Carly, yeah, I mean, he's not playing well. He is certainly putting pressure on me. And see, I'm not going to accept bids like that. I'm just not. He can sit and rot, but we'll get the 420 grand that is in the release fee, or he's staying. Anyway, guys, that is the end of a disappointing campaign. Wait right there, though. The end of season awards are coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Grindavik end of season awards. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, and welcome to our end of season awards here at Grindavik. It's a season that, well, we've moved into a new stadium, got our butt kicked, and a bit of a shell of a team. If we look at the team that started the season to what we have left now, I just wanted to challenge myself. You know, it was too easy last year. I wanted to test myself at the top level, and ultimately, I failed that test miserably. But we'll be back again next season with a much stronger team, I'm sure. But round of applause for the boys that are left, all four of them. Well done, guys. First award this evening is the Golden Pen, awarded to this season's signing of the year. And, well, we made a lot of signings, a lot of sales as well, obviously. We really should have, like, a golden departure ticket or something, shouldn't we? But anyway, I digress on that point. This man cost us £450,000, and let's hope that he proves to be well worth it. Congratulations, Tobias Thomason. The next award is the Golden Card in honour of the great Harvard Meyer for the player with the worst discipline. And this season, this guy, it was an epic performance. It was Messi-esque. If Messi didn't got cards and not goals. 4 red cards, 5 yellows. It'll never be beaten. It'll never be beaten. Congratulations, Axel Andreasen. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player who completes the most passes per 90 minutes. And, well, this guy, unfortunately, no longer with us, but what a player he was at the back, just passing the ball for fun. 101 passes averaged per 90 minutes. Congratulations, Timoraz Salvadzi. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the player who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. And this year, it was a club record, 17 assists. Congratulations to one of our own. The Golden Spoon goes to Gary Turpinson. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player we can rely on, the man with the highest average match rating. And, I mean, this guy just goes from the ridiculous to the sublime, really, doesn't he? An average match rating of 7.96. Congratulations, Fausto Gadini. The next award is the Golden Cross, awarded to this season's most injured player. And we all remember this guy getting injured, broke his leg or his ankle or something, paying him 10 grand a week in his first game. So God knows how many hundreds of thousands of pounds we wasted on him while he was recovering. He missed 24% of the season. Congratulations, Jean-Marc Cabet. The next award is the Golden Soother for the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And we've already seen him up here tonight. He has been a standout for us for a number of seasons now. Congratulations. The Golden Soother goes to Gary Turpinson. The next award is one of the big ones. It is the Golden Boot for this season's top goal scorer. And there's no point building suspense. We know who it is. He got 36 this season. Congratulations to the great Fausto Guidini. The next award is the horse's ass for this season's worst player or worst moment or whatever it is I decide I want to give it for. And, well, there's one man that actively tried to hurt us in Europe by getting sent off repeatedly. We've already seen him up here once tonight, but, I mean, how many tens of millions of pounds could this man have cost us this season? Congratulations, the horse's ass goes to the Axe, Axel Andreasen. And now it's time for an award that means so much to everybody here at the club. It is the Viewers Player of the Year. I need to thank everybody who nominated and then voted for your Player of the Year. And, well, the winner, it's not surprising, really. People love goals. This man scores goals. Congratulations, Fausto Guidini. Now, before we get to announcing this season's Player of the Year, we do need to acknowledge the Team of the Season. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see the goalkeeper is Andreasen. The back four is Depe, Bergson, Salukvadze, and Matheson. A lot of those aren't here tonight, are they? The midfield is Bakali, Antonio, and Turpinson. Your wingers are Borges and Dyche. Is there any of this team still here? And the striker is, of course, the great Guidini. Congratulations, guys, that are still here. Everybody else, well, we enjoyed you while you were here. And now it is time for the Golden Star for this season's Player of the Year. And this guy, I've got to say, very, very underrated. The amount of times he saved our bacon, it's almost countless, to be honest. So very, very happy to say the Golden Star this season is Jokel Andreasen. Well done. Congratulations to Jokel and the rest of the winners this evening. It's been a season of change, I think. That's for sure. I mean, you just got to look at the Team of the Year, and half of them aren't here anymore, and that was just this season's Team of the Year. So it's going to be a busy transfer window. I think you're all going to be excited by the moves that are made, and next season, a full season at the Grindavik Stadium. It's one to look forward to. Thank you, everybody in the auditorium. Thank you for you watching at home. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you next season. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. So there we go, end of season awards done for the season. I've remembered to turn the camera back on as well. Sorry about that. But this is the team of the season. Very little I would change about that, I've got to say. Unfortunately, both the centre-backs have now departed, which maybe tells the story, doesn't it? Actually, 3 of the back 4 have now departed as well. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to record the end of season thing, so unfortunately we don't get to go through all of that. But what we do have to do is our end of season goal of the season. So here is our all-time 11 all-time team, actually, with some subs there as well, if you want to have a look at that. While I go through this, you'll know the deal by this point. There'll be the goal that the game gave as a goal of the season, which I believe was a Guidini goal in the early rounds of Champions League qualifying. So there'll be that one plus 3 others I deem worthy. You'll be able to go to the top of the description down below, click on the link, and it'll take you through to a poll. So make sure you go and vote for which goal you'd like to see as goal of the season. But otherwise, that is that. We will see you next time around for a winter transfer special. And just to sort of whet the appetite a little bit, I will show you the list of players that are already agreed to be coming in. We have been very, very busy. I look forward to seeing you, showing them off to you all. And yeah, enjoy goals of the season. I'll see you next time. Take care.
Rock Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place.
And here are our top 4 goals from the 2029 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.
Okay, I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop